Dear ladies and gentlemen, there comes a time in life when you must choose between what people say about you and what God has said to you. The world will offer you applause, but your purpose is not powered by claps. It's powered by conviction. Many of us spend our lives chasing likes, chasing compliments, chasing validation. But can I tell you something? Chasing approval will cost you your calling. And if you keep letting people's opinions become your navigation system, you'll always end up in places you were never meant to be. You weren't created to fit in. You were created to stand out. You weren't called to copy trends. You were called to start movements. Some of you are waiting to be liked before you launch, waiting to be understood before you move, but vision isn't always visible, it's not always understood, and it's definitely not always popular. When you're chasing vision, you might feel lonely, but you're never alone, because purpose is born in obscurity and proven in opposition. God didn't give everyone else your blueprint for a reason, because it was never their job to approve it. You don't need their yes when God already gave you his. You don't need their permission to pursue what was planted in your soul. The calling on your life is too costly to keep checking for comments. Don't trade the eternal for the immediate. Don't shrink your dream to fit their comfort zone. If they didn't call you, they can't cancel you. So chase the vision, even when they mock you, even when they misunderstand you. Even when it looks impossible, because you weren't made to chase approval, you were made to carry vision. 10 key points of the speech. Approval is temporary, vision is eternal. Don't sacrifice your calling for compliments. Not everyone will understand your vision, and that's okay. It was given to you, not to them. Chasing likes leads to spiritual exhaustion. Fulfillment comes from walking in purpose, not popularity. You don't need validation to begin. You're already equipped for what you're called to do. Vision often starts in loneliness, but it grows stronger in faith and focus. God's yes outweighs the world's rejection. What heaven ordains, no human can erase. Approval is addictive, but vision is transforming. Choose long-term growth over short-term praise. If people didn't plant it, they can't prune it. Protect your vision from outside opinions. Purpose requires courage. Boldness to move forward without a cheer squad. Live for legacy, not likes. Vision leaves impact. Approval fades quickly, certainly. Here's a ***, long, powerful expansion ***, key point 1 *** from the speech, without a subtitle or conclusion, written in a compelling and motivational tone inspired by Stephen Furtick's style. Approval is one of the most deceptive currencies in the world. It feels like power, but it fades faster than it came. It tastes sweet for a moment, but it leaves you hungry again in the morning, and yet, so many of us are chasing it like it's our lifeline, living for someone else's applause, constantly refreshing our worth based on how others react. You are not created to live off compliments. The reason you feel anxious when you're not praised is because you've wired your identity to something temporary. Approval comes from people, and people are inconsistent. One moment they're shouting your name, the next moment they forget how to pronounce it. They love you when you're winning, but question you the moment you start walking in a direction they don't understand. If your confidence is built on their applause, your purpose will crumble with their silence. That's why chasing approval is dangerous. It convinces you to shrink what God has made bold. It tells you to play small so you don't offend anyone. It makes you doubt your calling just because it doesn't fit their comfort zone. But vision doesn't come to be approved. It comes to be activated ***. God didn't put greatness inside of you so you could wait for someone else to nod. He didn't deposit destiny in your spirit so that you could keep asking others, is this okay with you? The dreams he gave you aren't meant to be voted on. They're meant to be ***, walked out in faith ***. When you chase approval, you start editing your authenticity. You stop saying what matters and start saying what's expected. You stop doing what's right and start doing what's popular. You bend, you compromise, and soon you don't even recognize yourself in the mirror. Because you traded your identity for applause. You exchanged your calling for claps, but approval is fleeting. Ask the greats. Ask the ones who were bold enough to break the mold. They weren't loved at first. They weren't celebrated in the beginning. Some were ridiculed, some were rejected, and yet they kept going because they weren't fueled by applause. They were driven by vision. The approval of others is not strong enough to sustain the weight of your calling. You need something deeper, something eternal, something that doesn't shift with culture or crumble under criticism. That's why you must learn to live for the audience of one. You must be able to say, even if no one claps, I will keep building. Even if they don't see it yet, I'll keep stepping. Even if they laugh now, I know who gave me the blueprint. Approval is temporary. Vision is eternal, so chase what lasts. Absolutely. Here is a long form expansion of key point 2 written in an emotionally stirring and high impact tone, similar to Stephen Furtick's preaching style, but without mentioning him. Not everyone will understand your vision, and that's okay. Let that sink in for a moment. Let it free you, because one of the most painful prisons we live in is the need to be understood by people who were never meant to see what we see. And what makes this harder is that sometimes it's not strangers who misunderstand us. It's the people closest to us, family, friends, mentors, people we hoped would be in our corner, people we believed would clap for us. But instead, when we shared our dream, we were met with silence, sarcasm, or skepticism. But here's the truth, your vision wasn't a group project. It wasn't downloaded into a committee. It was entrusted to you, and only you. God didn't gather a board of advisors when he breathed purpose into your soul. He whispered it to your heart, in secret, in silence. And the reason others don't understand it is because he didn't give it to them. It's not that they're against you. They're just not called to see it the way you do. And when you're the only one who sees something, it can be lonely. It can be discouraging, but don't confuse loneliness with wrong direction . Sometimes walking in vision means walking alone. Sometimes it means hearing people say, that doesn't make sense. While deep down you know, that's exactly why it's from God, because it's bigger than logic. Let's be real, vision rarely makes sense in the beginning. It doesn't come with full clarity. It doesn't arrive with a crowd. It requires faith to see what isn't there yet. And sometimes it even looks like failure at first. People will question your choices. They'll question your methods. They'll question your sanity. But here's what they won't question the results that come from radical obedience to what you are called to do. So you have two choices. You can water down your vision until it's small enough for people to get it, or you can walk forward in confidence even if they don't. You can spend your energy explaining every step to people who were never supposed to walk it, or you can keep stepping and let the fruit speak for itself. Some of the most world-shifting visions were misunderstood for years before they became movements. And just because your vision doesn't get applause doesn't mean it doesn't carry anointing. Don't expect people to understand something that wasn't assigned to them. That's not their failure, it's divine strategy, because if they could see it all, they might try to control it, copy it, or crush it. So protect what God gave you, not in fear, but in wisdom. Sometimes silence is protection. Sometimes misunderstanding is a gift, because it forces you to lean not on their understanding, but His. You don't need universal agreement to walk in divine purpose. You don't need their approval to take your next step. What you need is the faith to move forward, even if no one else sees it yet. What you need is the boldness to say, even if they don't get it, I still believe it. Even if they don't see it, I will still build it. Even if they laugh, I will still launch. asterisk because the vision is still valid, even if it's invisible to them. Certainly, here's a asterisk long form expansion of key point 3 asterisk in a passionate and emotionally resonant voice that mirrors Stephen Furtick's style, full of energy, challenge, and depth, but still without naming him, and without a subtitle or conclusion. Chasing likes leads to spiritual exhaustion. Let's be honest, we are addicted to affirmation. We want it, we crave it, we check our phones not for information but for validation. Did they like it? Did they see it? Did they repost it? Did they clap? And with every like, we get a quick hit of approval, but it's just that, quick temporary, fleeting, and so we go back, scrolling, posting, performing, trying to earn again what never lasts. It's spiritual dehydration masked as digital affirmation. We weren't built to live on other people's opinions. Our souls weren't designed to be sustained by emojis and applause. Because when you live for their likes, you will die by their silence, You'll start crafting your every move based on how it will be perceived, instead of how it was purposed. You'll trade depth for display, you'll substitute authenticity with performance, and without even realizing it, you'll become a version of yourself that only exists to be accepted, But here's what they don't tell you, the more approval you need, the more exhausted you become. Why? Because people's approval is a moving target. What they love today, they'll scroll past tomorrow. The same crowd that cheers when you fit their mold will cancel you the moment you challenge it. When you make their preferences your purpose, you're setting yourself up for a life of disappointment. It's a cycle that leaves you empty. You post, they respond. You feel alive. You post again, and they ignore it. You feel forgotten. You shrink. You question yourself. You wonder, am I enough without their response? And here's the tragedy. The more you chase their likes, the more you start to lose yourself, You lose your joy. You lose your passion. You lose your voice. Until you wake up one day and realize you're burned out, not because you're not doing enough, but because you're doing everything for the wrong reasons You're chasing moments of applause instead of moments of alignment You're getting praised, but you're not progressing. You're getting followers, but you're not fulfilled. That's the real exhaustion. It's not physical. It's spiritual because your spirit is starving for purpose, while your ego is feeding off performance. You were never meant to live off likes. You were meant to live off truth. You were created to move in purpose, not popularity. To stand for something, even if no one is standing with you. To speak truth, even if it's not trending. To walk in calling, even when the crowd is silent. There's nothing wrong with people liking you. But when you start living for it when your confidence rises and falls on their reaction, you're no longer free, you're enslaved. And here's the most dangerous part. When you live for their likes, you'll avoid the very things that could change your life, because they might not applaud you for it. You'll stop risking, you'll stop growing. You'll stop stepping because someone might not approve, but growth requires boldness, vision requires faith, and destiny demands that you stop checking your worth against a button. Don't confuse being noticed with being significant. The world may overlook you, but heaven sees you. And heaven doesn't run on hashtags, it runs on obedience. You don't need 10,000 likes to do what God called you to do. You just need the courage to obey, even if no one claps. Absolutely. Here's a powerful, long-form expansion of key point 4 continuing in the high-impact, emotionally intense style inspired by Stephen Furtick, delivered without a subtitle or conclusion. You don't need validation to begin. One of the greatest lies the enemy whispers into the minds of those with vision is this, you're not ready, and we believe it, we wait for the right moment, we wait for the right words, we wait for permission. We wait for a sign, a mentor, a green light, a confirmation from people who were never assigned to validate what God already ignited inside of us. But purpose doesn't need permission. Destiny doesn't ask for consensus. Some of the most powerful moves you'll ever make will be done while people are still doubting you, while you're still doubting yourself. And that's the point. Because asterisk asterisk, if you wait for validation, you'll delay your victory asterisk asterisk. You'll stay stuck at the starting line while someone else runs your race simply because they had the courage to move without applause. What if I told you that ready is a myth, that you're never going to feel fully prepared? That you're never going to have 100% clarity before you start something that was born from faith? When you're chasing vision, you'll often be building with a hammer in one hand and trembling in the other. But that doesn't disqualify you, it qualifies you. That's what faith feels like. It's not confidence in yourself, it's confidence in the one who called you. The truth is, you are more ready than you think. The fact that you feel inadequate doesn't disqualify you, it humbles you, and the very place you feel weakest is the place God will pour out His strength. Don't wait for everyone to get on board before you begin. Don't wait for everyone to believe in you. They might not, and that's okay, because the vision wasn't given to them. It was given to asterisk asterisk, you asterisk asterisk. You're waiting for applause before you begin. Let me tell you something. They don't clap in the beginning. They clap when it works. They clap when they can see the fruit. But vision doesn't come with fans. Vision comes with asterisk asterisk faith asterisk asterisk. And if you're not careful, you'll spend your whole life rehearsing when you were called to asterisk asterisk, release asterisk asterisk. You'll keep editing when you were meant to execute. You'll keep preparing when God already said, asterisk, go. Asterisk, some of the greatest breakthroughs don't come when you feel ready. They come when you move anyway. When you step out despite the fear, when you speak, even though your voice shakes, when you build, even though the blueprint is blurry, you've been equipped, you've been called. The only thing missing is your asterisk asterisk, yes, asterisk asterisk. Because at the end of the day, asterisk asterisk validation is optional, but obedience is not asterisk asterisk. You don't need people to agree with your anointing. You don't need a round of applause to unlock your assignment. You don't need the world to recognize you in order for heaven to release you. You just need the courage to begin, even if you're unsure, even if you feel small, even if no one else gets it yet. Start anyway, speak anyway, move anyway, because waiting for validation is the quickest way to bury a vision that was meant to live. Certainly, here is a asterisk asterisk deep extended expansion of key point 5 asterisk asterisk, written in a bold, emotionally charged and vision-driven style mirroring Stephen Furtick's delivery. No subtitle, no conclusion. Vision often starts in loneliness. Not because you're doing something wrong, but because you're carrying something different. When you carry vision, you're not walking the common path. You're walking a road that hasn't been paved yet. You're not following the map. They've never been where you're going. You're the one breaking the ground. You're the one stepping out of the boat while everyone else stays behind, clinging to comfort. And the moment you decide to obey the call on your life, something strange happens. People begin to pull away, friends stop calling, family doesn't understand, support becomes silence, and you start wondering, asterisk, did I make a mistake? Asterisk, no, you made a move, you moved in the direction of purpose. You moved in the direction of destiny, and vision will always isolate you before it elevates you. Because purpose isn't birthed in the crowd, it's forged in the secret place. Obedience rarely feels popular. The early stages of vision don't look like victory. They look like confusion, questioning, and long nights of prayer. They look like you showing up when no one notices, like you working while others are sleeping, like you believing in something only you can see. Loneliness isn't a punishment, it's a preparation. It's in the quiet that God sharpens your clarity. It's in the unseen moments that He develops the character you'll need for the weight of your assignment. Some people were removed because their presence would have polluted the process. Some conversations dried up because God didn't want their voices to become louder than His. Some connections didn't last because they were only meant for your comfort, not your calling. It's lonely sometimes, yes, but don't misread the loneliness. Don't assume isolation means abandonment. No, sometimes it's confirmation. It means you're right where you're supposed to be, because before God brings you to the crowd, he meets you in the cave. Before he multiplies your influence, he tests your integrity. He strips away the noise so you learn how to hear his voice. And asterisk asterisk, only his voice asterisk asterisk. You're not forgotten. You're being asterisk asterisk formed asterisk asterisk. And when you start walking by vision, you have to be okay with being misunderstood. You have to get comfortable being too much for small thinkers. You have to stand when no one claps. You have to trust that the one who called you sees the nights you cry, the prayers you whisper, the sacrifices you make that no one thanks you for. Because what you're building isn't for the approval of the present, it's for the impact of the future. So yes, you may walk alone for a season, but that season is shaping the strength you'll need for where you're headed. You might feel lonely, but you're not empty. You might feel overlooked, but you're being overfilled. You might feel surrounded by silence, but heaven is speaking louder than ever. You don't need a crowd to start. You don't need affirmation to keep going. You just need to know this. Loneliness isn't the absence of people. It's the presence of purpose demanding your full attention. Absolutely. Here's a asterisk asterisk rich, emotionally layered expansion of key point 6 asterisk asterisk, written in a passionate, bold, and anointed tone that captures the spirit of Stephen Furtick's style, delivered without a subtitle or conclusion. God's yes outweighs the world's rejection. Rejection hurts. Let's not pretend it doesn't. It stings when you're overlooked. It cuts deep when you give your best and still hear, asterisk, not good enough. Asterisk, it can shake your confidence when you keep showing up and the doors still don't open. But hear me, asterisk asterisk, rejection from people does not mean rejection from God. Asterisk asterisk, sometimes we treat human rejection like it's the final word, like it cancels our calling, like it disqualifies us from purpose. But their no is not the end of your story. It's just a footnote in a bigger narrative, a narrative written by the one who saw your beginning and already declared your end. When God says yes, no man's no can override it. They can ignore you, they can reject your idea, they can criticize your method, they can unfollow you, but they can't stop what heaven has already set in motion. There is a yes over your life that existed before you were even born. Before your failures, before your heartbreak, before they ever said you weren't good enough, before they walked away, before they doubted you, God's yes is eternal. It is not subject to popular opinion. It's not up for debate. He doesn't need a co-signer on your purpose. He doesn't gather a panel to determine whether or not he can bless you. Asterisk asterisk, when he speaks yes over you, it's sealed, it's settled, it's done. Asterisk asterisk, the problem is, we often believe rejection means we missed it. We start to question the vision. We start to doubt our value. We confuse their resistance with God's redirection. But sometimes rejection is actually a tool in God's hand to protect you, refine you, and reposition you. Their no might have saved you from the wrong room. Their silence might have forced you to listen more closely to his voice. Their denial might have pushed you into the deeper waters where real faith is formed. And let me tell you something bold. Sometimes God allows their rejection asterisk asterisk so you can learn to trust his yes asterisk asterisk. Because if you were always accepted by people, you'd never learn how to walk by faith. You'd never discover the unshakable confidence that comes when your identity is no longer in someone else's approval, but in his promise. You don't need to chase their affirmation. You don't need to rewrite your calling to fit their preferences. You don't need to beg to sit at tables God never built for you. When they say no, don't fold asterisk asterisk, look up. Asterisk asterisk, when they shut the door, don't panic asterisk asterisk, ask God what he's opening instead. Asterisk asterisk, because when God says yes, he makes a way. When he says yes, he brings the right people. When he says yes, he provides in the wilderness. When he says yes, it doesn't matter who says otherwise, because heaven doesn't need earth's permission to move. Don't lose sleep over their opinion when you've already received divine confirmation. Don't surrender your vision just because they didn't understand it. Don't abandon the assignment just because it's not being applauded. You're not waiting for their nod. You're walking in God's yes. And when God says yes over your life, the rejection you feared becomes irrelevant. The betrayal that broke you becomes background noise. The delay that discouraged you becomes divine timing. Because in the end, it was never about who left you. It was always about who chose you.